In our Law and Justice League, dramatic testimony today in the Sean Combs sex trafficking and racketeering trial. The jury heard from two witnesses, including a longtime friend of Cassie Ventura, who says Combs held her over the railing of a 17th floor balcony. Now, we should note Combs has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Let's get straight to CNN's Kara Scannell, Elizabeth Wagmeister.
The courtroom chaos surrounding the P. Diddy trial reached a new level of drama when a woman caused a major outburst, cursing and screaming before being forcibly removed by marshals. Court reporter Elizabeth Milner, who has been present every day, recounted the explosive moment that disrupted the proceedings.
Both of you were inside the court today. Elizabeth, to start with you, the stunning testimony from Ventura's friend who told the jury about several violent encounters, including when Combs and Ventura threw a knife at one another. What'd you make of it?
That was a brand new allegation. Brianna Bungle, and she goes by by Bonna, and she is a very close friend of Cassie Ventura. They met around 2014, 2015.
It all happened first thing in the morning, before the jury was even present. While attorneys were discussing whether to introduce jail calls related to Mia's testimony, suddenly, loud shouting erupted. The woman, known informally among press as the MTA lady, due to her MTA jacket, had already been removed from the courtroom and overflow room in previous sessions. Today she pushed things too far. Elizabeth described hearing the woman curse and yell things like, "Use your gun against me," before four marshals had to physically remove her. Though a taser was mentioned, it was not used. After the incident, the judge swiftly resumed business, but the woman was permanently banned from the courthouse. The chaos didn't end there.
An outburst today, and apparently someone getting banned from court. Elizabeth, it's good to see you. Let's start with what happened here. So you're in court. What did somebody say? And also, I understand somebody else is now banned from being in that courtroom. Talk to us about it.
Attention soon shifted to another incident involving a separate individual who had allegedly revealed Mia's real identity on a live stream. This person, who was seated on the press side but lacked a verified NYC press credential, was accused of referring to Mia by her real name instead of her pseudonym. The prosecutors brought this up in court, and although that individual was not present today, if they return, they too will likely be barred from the courtroom. But the most compelling testimony of the day came from Eddie Garcia, a former Intercontinental Hotel security guard. Garcia had invoked the Fifth Amendment the previous day, but was granted immunity to testify. What he revealed painted a shocking picture of bribery, coercion, and cover-up. Garcia, 33 now, but only 24 at the time of the incident on March 5th, 2016, testified about working a long shift from 2 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. That night became infamous due to an alleged altercation between Diddy and Cassie. Garcia recalled receiving a suspicious phone call from Christina Korm, Diddy's chief of staff, who somehow obtained both his work and personal phone numbers. Korm allegedly informed Garcia that Diddy had been intoxicated and couldn't remember the night's events. She requested the one and only copy of the hotel's security footage. At first, they offered $50,000, but ultimately, Diddy paid $100,000 to ensure the tape's silence. The money was divided. $50,000 went to Bill Madonna, the hotel's director of security, $20,000 to another hotel worker, Henry Elias, and Garcia kept $30,000, which he used to buy a used car. In return, Garcia signed an NDA, promising not to discuss the incident and to hand over the only copy of the tape. However, Garcia was shocked when he later saw the video playing on CNN. Despite believing he had surrendered the only version, he felt misled and betrayed. Garcia claimed he eventually reported the incident not to local police but to federal agents. On cross-examination, Diddy's defense lawyer Brian Steele highlighted a clause in the NDA which allowed disclosure of information in response to a valid court or government order, trying to downplay Garcia's breach. Still, Garcia reaffirmed he had done nothing wrong by speaking to federal authorities. This testimony ties directly into the prosecution's RICO claims, specifically the bribery element. Attempting to hide critical evidence, especially one showing possible assault, is a key example of obstruction of justice. The prosecution now aims to connect these types of incidents to a broader criminal enterprise involving trafficking, forced labor, and more. Legal commentators like Candace and Rich, appearing on various trial live streams, weighed in on what they hope to see in the upcoming weeks. Candace emphasized the need for hard evidence, digital trails, financial records, and testimonies from those close to Diddy, like his personal security and assistants. Rich pointed out the importance of proving the elements of a RICO case, showing a pattern of criminal activity with intent and coordination. Another central figure being scrutinized is Christina Korm. Her alleged role in attempting to obtain and suppress the hotel footage places her squarely in the crosshairs of prosecutors. If she is subpoenaed and chooses not to testify, she might invoke the Fifth Amendment. Unless she is granted immunity, her testimony could further implicate her. Legal experts also discussed the implications of the racketeering charges, pointing out that arson, like the alleged firebombing of Kid Cudi's car, is one of the 35 predicate crimes under RICO statutes. If proven, such acts could solidify the conspiracy case. The day also included viewer questions, with one person asking whether a bribe is still illegal if given to someone who isn't law enforcement. The answer? Absolutely. If the goal is to suppress evidence or obstruct justice, bribing anyone can be a crime. Another question focused on double jeopardy. If Diddy is acquitted at the federal level, could a state pursue similar charges? While federal and state systems are separate, many of the charges in this case fall under federal jurisdiction. Still, theoretically, a state could pursue its own case if the acts violated state laws and fell within the statute of limitations. The final viewer question addressed Eddie Garcia's initial silence and whether there would be penalties. Because he was granted immunity and chose to testify fully, he is legally protected. Only if he lies on the stand could he face perjury charges. As the trial continues, attention remains laser-focused on witnesses like Garcia, Clark, and potentially Christina Korm. The courtroom remains on edge, with every day bringing new revelations and mounting pressure. The outburst in court today was a reminder of the high stakes and emotional weight surrounding this case. From chaos in the gallery to bombshell testimony, the P. Diddy trial is shaping up to be one of the most dramatic legal sagas in recent memory. More updates are expected soon as new witnesses take the stand and the prosecution continues building their case. All eyes remain on the courtroom, where the future of one of music's biggest moguls hangs in the balance.